Hey everyone, Mango7Roll here. How we doing today? Welcome to another episode of Epic 7, and today is gonna be a weird one again, guys. There's a lot going on, and it is hilarious to read, also terrifying. Not trying to doom or anything like that, but there's a lot going on in the non-English side of things, the English side as well. But anytime there's a big uproar like this in the non-English side, usually something major happens because of it. So let's take a look at what's going on. If you're not really familiar, they're basically adding 7-Star Awakens. There's a new CEO that came out this year that started right as all the things started happening, like the extra imprints needed to complete the side story. And then this was announced, the 7-Star Awaken, basically. So there's a lot going on. First off, I have not watched this yet, so let's take a click into this. This is Brother Mackay Billy release an English video to voice his concerns about the awakened potential. And this is the guy who was mentioned by the Epic 7 WC winner. I don't know how long this is. I will leave this in the link description below. I don't know if we're going to be watching this.
Who is my concerns about it?
2 minutes and 54.
My name is Mackay.
Sure, let's watch
I've been playing Epic 7 on Asia server for 3 years. I've also been streaming and creating Epic 7 related content on Bilibili for almost 2 years, with an honor to have more than 6,000 subscribers. I'm reaching out to Smilegate as a member of Chinese Epic 7 player community regarding the latest preview
I should have known by the writing, obviously.
Awakened Potential system. This video will be first released on Bilibili, so to show you how my opinion is endorsed by my fellow players in China. I'll also later upload this video to my personal account on YouTube.
This is a very important, in quotes, person. People look up to him, apparently.
I'm not here to argue that whether this system will go to the game in the long run, because I know you're smart enough to know that it will not. I understand that as a company, you seek to maximize profit, and you are just intentionally sacrificing the longevity of the game for short-term profit. Not to blame you, but if...
I just want to comment on that really quick. I don't fully agree with this. I think this type of move could be done perfectly if Epic 7 wanted to make their money elsewhere. I think this would be an exceptional way to change the game and make it more exciting if it was fair and not based on whales, basically. Like, not based on making money. Like, if the goal of this whole situation was to make money, there are better ways to do it, is what I'm getting at. But what they're doing, 7-Star Awaken, is sick. I would love it. I can't wait to see it in game. I'm very excited to try out all these new units. It's a huge meta shakeup. I think if they abuse it, we're just screwed, basically. And I think that's what he's saying here.
You really consider the market in China, you will find out that this is a very, very bad.
Also to note, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe China is much more whale-centric than over here, where we are, especially in NA and EU and sort of things. Whereas something like Japan or Korea or like those Asia-style areas are generally much bigger spenders in this sort of game.
Bad decision. Currently, Epic 7 China server is doing quite well, generating millions of dollars of revenue every month since it was first released. The main reason that we like to invest money and time into this game is knowing that it will remain valuable longer than other competitors on the mobile game market.
That's a very, very valid point.
On the other hand, Chinese players are too familiar with mobile games.
I want to mention that too, is it feels like a Epic 7 outside of MiHoYo games, because I really do think they're different than other gacha games. I think they're meant to be long-term. I think they're meant to be great all around. I think they're meant to be story-based. I think that's another side of things. But in terms of raw gacha games, you know, like the Nikkeis, the Epic 7s, I don't even know what other gachas are out right now. You know what I mean? Like the typical gachas you see, most of them aren't safe in words like this. We'll use 1999 as an example, a game I absolutely love. It's my favorite game I've ever played for a mobile game. Hands down, I love it more than anything I've ever played ever for a mobile game. But it's not safe. So far, it's done extremely well, but it hasn't proven itself yet. Epic 7 has proven itself, and I would consider about a month before, well, before this announcement happened, I would consider Epic 7 to be like the safest non-MiHoYo gacha to invest in for the long term. And not only invest, but like be a part of the community. Like everything's steady, right? If that makes sense. There's a big community around it, both for PvP, for RTA, everything's there. But now that safety's not there anymore. I believe that's what he's trying to say.
That force you to gacha duplicate in-game characters. And we're well educated enough to know that this system will just kill a numeric-based, PvP-oriented game just like Epic 7. If
Kill is
you
a
release
strong
the
word.
awakened potential, just as shown in the preview, it is a clear sign to everyone.
I agree with him, but I also don't think it's going to kill Epic 7. Epic 7's not going anywhere. You could lose half the people. They're still going to make it, I believe. I could be wrong, but if they do this and they go Omega pay to win, you're still going to have the casuals playing to collect heroes and log in every day. You're still going to have the whales doing PvE or PvP because honestly, they say this or this person says this, but a lot of whales would prefer this type of game where they can just pay to win, beat everybody. That's kind of like there's like different variations of whales, right? You know how I'm like a casual free-to-play person, not free-to-play, but a casual player. There's also hardcore players. There's also people who just really like to win. I don't care about winning, but there's whales who really like to win, and sometimes that means spending $40,000 on a game and breeding a free-to-play player in a PvP thing, right? That's just kind of where it is. So you'll have those people. You'll still have the free-to-play players because they're still going to have a fun time. You're still going to have the collectors. You're still going to have the fun time. You're still going to have the story because the people who like the story are still going to be there. I think you might lose like highly competitive-ish types of players like me that don't really spend money. I say highly competitive, but you know what I mean. Because those people will not be able to compete anymore where they were competing, whereas the people under us will be able to compete because they'll be fighting the same level of players. Does this make sense from a viewer standpoint? Because that is a very important distinction to recognize in terms of what players you may or may not lose, what players you may or may not keep.
That you are squeezing this game to death just to get quick money. And we'll just quit the game, leaving only a few % of the revenue. This will not only hurt Epic 7.
So I don't know that's such a bold statement. That's the other thing is whales like to think I don't know if this person is a whale. I'm not targeting this person or anything. Don't get me wrong. What he's saying is fantastic, but we don't really know where the revenue's coming from, right? How much is from the whales? How much is from free to play? Personally, in my mind, the vast majority of money comes from stamina in Epic 7, what they get. And you might say, I have tons of leafs. I'd never have to buy stamina. And yep, that's why you are a fraction of the % of the money they make as opposed to a whale. Because the whales will be spending all their money on stamina. They'll be buying those $99 packs or whatever they are for raw sky stones without the double bonus, and spend it on leafs, right? And then the next I figure is probably mystics, I believe, because one thing to consider as well is whales who spend infinite time farming hunts often get enough bookmarks, including mystics, to just get everything without buying too many mystic packs, for example. So that's something to consider as well. Do note, I'm not familiar with Rift. So does Rift drop Covenant bookmarks or Mystics? Because from what I'm understanding, that's the new endgame place to farm. So if they are very specifically cutting out bookmarks from that area, that is a sign that they're trying to move the stamina from hunts, which are fueling the bookmarks so people don't have to spend as much money, especially whales. Switching the stamina spent from there to something that takes more stamina. I think it does. I might be wrong. Again, comments below. I'm sorry. I'm not fully in tune with that. And they'll be spending more stamina while not getting bookmarks. So keep that in mind as well.
But also do damage to the reputation of Spellgate as a whole in the Chinese player community.
I'm not sure how the Chinese players are with stuff like this. For North America's story, I'm pausing so much. I think it's very important to give backstory and different opinions. But from North America, for example, nobody likes I forget the name of the company. I don't like them. Nexon? No. What's the name? CEO. What game did he come from? What? It's. Let me Google this. What's the worst gacha game company? Netmarble. So people hate Netmarble. It's no secret. When I tab out of the window, it makes the screen black. It's really weird. I've never had a video do that. It must be Billy. But people hate Netmarble. Doesn't matter. People are still going to play every single one of their games that comes out. There might be a few that refuse to play Netmarble games, but the vast majority are going to play all the gachas that are connected to Netmarble because we're addicted, right? Like, it doesn't matter if they're the worst. It's still fun for the start, right? So yes, it will have a negative effect, but how much does that actually matter?
Have a negative effect on other community-based games like Lost Ark and cost you future opportunities.
That's interesting. I never thought about that. So if you're not familiar with Smilegate, I'm going to bring something up here without showing everything. But I'm going to bring something out. I saw this the other day. I was Googling it and it was very, very, very curious. So sorry, 1 second. Here we go. I've got it posted here. So this is a list of South Korean billionaires by net worth. And we see number 5 here, ahead of Samsung, ahead of Hyundai, ahead of another Samsung, ahead of like Nexon as well, ahead of Netmarble is down at 22, for example. You're like, wow, Smilegate makes a lot of money. But it's not really Smilegate. It's not really Epic 7. They're making their money from Crossfire. Also, we have Lost Ark as well here. I believe Epic 7 is kind of like a drop in the bucket, right? So I don't know how much that matters to Smilegate in general. I'm sure it matters a lot because money is money, but how much does that impact Lost Ark and
I think you know that
the others?
For mobile game market, it is not as if you always get back what you put in. And it is really rare to have such a popular project like Epic 7. I hope you can keep the game running. You, as a company, get a rather stable revenue, and we players enjoy your game we love. A win-win condition. However, if you keep pushing us, we definitely have more sense than money.
That was powerful. That's a really good line. We definitely have more sense than money.
And we will fight back. Thank you for your time, and hope you reconsider. Bye-bye.
I thought it said, I hope you reconsider, baby. But it was bye-bye. Okay, I think this was a really well done video. I see why people respect him. I don't know what people are saying. I see flight back. Are we going to take a flight somewhere? Fuck back? That was funny. Okay, so yeah, I think that was a really good video. I'm pretty happy that it's in English as well, which means they're communicating with us too. Let's read the comments here. So again, I'm not doom and glooming. I'm not trying to, but it's important to cover what's happening in other regions as well as ours, right? So update 1, E7's rating and Billy has now dropped to 6.2. Yeah, we knew that would happen. We're gonna read more. We have more sense than money. Damn. Look at all the things. I'm scared to read them. Babe, wake up. The new bot spam poster here. Maybe wait until it's released first. Maybe. Okay. That's enough. There was another post. There's a ton right now. It is going ham right now in this. Absolutely insane. YDCV is hilarious too. Oh, tier list. I want to watch this. This is Elvin Mage's tier list. You should watch that. But I want to look at this one too, because this is funny. This was posted yesterday. From early 2020 until now, I've operated a total of 3 Epic 7 accounts. Blah, 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 blah. Players who are familiar with these 3 will surely understand their significance. I love the game E7, and over the past few years, I've put a lot of time and resources because it's not a game that can be won solely by spending money. XM, your new system, is an insult to the efforts I've put in over these past few years. I wholeheartedly agree with the views of Brother Makai, who is the guy who we just watched. You're indeed despicable and hypocritical. Due to some special circumstances in the past, I did know about Second Awakening a little earlier, but I never imagined that the Second Awakening would be related to formations. I will do my best to make suggestions through my channels. If I cannot achieve a satisfactory outcome, I will destroy the championship trophies I've obtained in previous Epic 7 champions. They even started a change. I'll leave all these in the thing. Aether's best girl. This would be a publicity nightmare for SG. There's not a gacha news outlet, serious or clickbait, that wouldn't pick up on the story Epic 7 World Champion destroys his story. But yeah, this is just like a lot going on right now. And there's a lot of valid concerns. There's a lot of not so valid concerns, but there's a lot of very concerns. It's no secret that we're all terrified right now. And if you're not a little bit scared about the future for Epic 7, then you're much more confident than I am, but I'm still excited. I'm still hopeful. I think they can do this right, and I think if they don't do this right, this clearly shows the impact that the CEO of Megaport change had, in my opinion. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to let me know in the comments what you think about all this. And if you don't enjoy this type of thing, at least it's funny, right? Like, that was a funny video to watch, if you consider it. And the fact that he will destroy his championship trophy, like, that's so dramatic. I love it. So thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe as always, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, everybody.